Hello, welcome back to another episode of Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy, and on this channel, we cover BRC20s, we cover bitmaps. We're going to cover the new and amazing TAP protocol by Rarity Garden and TRAC. Man, I am so excited for this one. And of course, we're going to cover some Ordinals. So basically, TRAC just dropped this new thing called TAP, and it is game changing, absolutely game changing. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna inscribe a token for you guys live right now. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi.
What's up? What's up? So much excitement.
Dude, it's absolutely nuts. But so Benny dropped this protocol, I want to say Tuesday, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of when I saw it for the first time.
Yep.
And looking into it, I read the docs and I was like, what? What is this? What is going on? So I took the whole thing, put it in ChatGPT and said, read this to me like I'm 10. And now I 100% understand what is going on. And I went back, and now after that point, I really started to understand it because ChatGPT still teaching me how to read. So
that's for the OGs that have been watching us early. That's funny.
DeFi discussions back stuff. But now we're on Revolution. Let's get into this. What do you think about TRAC and this TAP protocol?
I love it. I love it, even if it doesn't end up being like the protocol that ends up outlasting all the others or works in tandem with BRC20s or whatever happens. I love the fact that TRAC and Benny are just building still. We've seen some FUD in the space or just people like not happy with this or that. And that's fine because that just comes with the territory. If you've ever been in DeFi and any other chain, new chain, eventually that happens, right? So this is not a new chain, it's Bitcoin, but it's a new way of doing things, right? And I think that builders that are being innovative like Benny coming out with the TAP protocol, and also Sonic too. He came out with the ORC Cash. They're trying to make the space better by like giving different options, right? Or making the token exchanging and maneuvering better. But with Benny and TAP, it's a lot of excitement because it's the fact that this token protocol gives you so much more flexibility internally, while keeping the external parts. It's very similar to BRC20, pretty much the same, right?
Yeah.
You're complementing that token, right? So like the hope is that it can work with it. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. But I'm having an issue with that because TAP is supposed to work well with BRC20s, but there's no bridge. There's no plan of no bridge. You're not going to use them the same way. BRC20s don't really have anything you can do with them. While TAP on the other side is now, I mean, according to the paper, the potential staking, potential liquidity pools, potential, and BRC20s don't. So am I missing something? Like, are BRC20s, like, obviously in the paper he says that it's TAP is not meant to take it over, it's meant to complement it. But like, in your opinion, like what like how is the one complementing the other? I think TAP's just ran away with it.
Yeah, I think first of all, that's the smart approach by Benny to say that, because you come in and say, hey, this is the new thing and it's going to take over BRC20 and all that stuff, then you're going to get a lot of pushback because there's probably close to $500 million in value in that BRC20 market, right? So like you definitely don't want to piss off the whole entire market. So that's number one. So, and I think he's being genuine about that. I think he doesn't want to just run over BRC20. I spoke to you about this whenever it first came out, and I said, I could see BRC20 being non-fungible. Pretty much we've all come to agreement on that, right? It's not really flexible, but there are some use cases to it, but it could be more as like a long-term type of investment, right? Like almost act like a bond or something, and earn like long-term interest that might be just smaller, but then the value of those tokens might be larger. You know what I mean? Like, so it's something that like you just don't want to touch for a while, and you just kind of go away from it. But then like it seems like, and then what the tap tokens could do is they could be the maneuver token, right? The ones that you can swap in and out, the action tokens, right? So I don't know, like that's just an idea that I had. But I definitely don't see any token just coming in and running over BRC20 with the value and people invested in them. So yeah, that's my take on it. I think the approach is smart. Work with BRC20, and then hey, if consensus says we don't want to mess with BRC20, it's going to naturally happen
for sure. And I think you're right. Obviously, Benny and Rarity Garden and TRAC, they basically they have a token. They have the TRAC token, and the TRAC token has been going absolutely insane these last past days. I saw this earlier, a little over 50 cents. So that's that's amazing. But like again, that's a BRC20. But Benny has plans on doing something with that as well, being the governance token. And I'm pretty sure about this. I think that's what I read in the article. But being the governance token for the TAP protocol, which I think is amazing. It gives it so much more use case than it had last week.
Yeah. Well, I think whenever I was listening to them talk about it, and I think it was like Will and Iman from the Block Runner, they broke it down. They were saying that the TAP protocol allows you to create tokens that have more of a governance role, right?
Yeah.
So the tap tokens can play more of a governance role, not the BRC20 tokens, right? So
Okay.
because you can vote, you can be flexible with these tokens, right? The internal side. So whenever we talk about internal, like the actions within the protocol, right?
Yeah.
Users can stake their assets, swap tokens, basically much more than what the BRC20s can do. But like I said, BRC20s could be looked at as these like first generation, ORD5 tokens that
Yeah.
are just meant to kind of hold on to long term because you really, don't want to mess with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're probably right. Yeah. I agree.
So.
But I was thinking of some possible ways to maybe make the track token. What if you lock it up into like some type of tap inscription or whatever, kind of just like how he's doing with the punks and potential value inside them. If you can just do something like that where you lock the track in there and you get maybe like a governance token, like for that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like lock one, get the other.
Now I think you're on more of the mindset of what they're possibly thinking
Yeah.
about, because like you saw on Twitter, I sent to you that he was talking about, hey, you know what you can put in an ordinal is a lot of
Yeah.
sats, right? So what's an ordinal? Well, a BRC20 is an ordinal, right? So what if you were able to put a lot of sats in a BRC20 token, right? And a certain amount of sats gets attributed to like a certain amount of BRC20 tokens, and then you deploy a tap token that is connected to that, right? Like it's just related to that. So basically now your tap tokens are backed by these BRC20s and sats.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the liquidity backing them. I mean, we're just throwing stuff against the wall,
so many
right?
possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's fun to talk about, though. It's fun to think about, like kind of like think about, and there's so many different possibilities. And we'll get more information on that from Benny himself really soon. So
yeah, for sure. And there's a little I'll show them my screen real quick so the audience can see. But like Ordinal's Global, I want to give them a shout out because they had a really good breakdown of what TAP is. And I got the credit from, or the reason why I'm showing this is also because Benny actually had retweeted it, right? You see TRAC retweeted it. So I was like, okay, well, if Benny retweets it, then he must also think it's good. But you can see right here, it says, what is TAP? TAP is an advanced ORD5 protocol developed by TRAC. We know that. It is designed to speed up transactional processes without relying on layer 2 chains. Okay. So we know that there's a lot of people that are looking to layer 2s to solve the liquidity issue on the ordinal layer and being able to trade and all that stuff, right? It's not popular option, for a lot of people in the ordinal space. They want to not rely on layer 2s. But
I do not want a layer 2.
Yeah. Okay. So I think ICP would be interesting though, but we'll talk about that another day. Yeah. So then it goes into TAP and BRC20, their relationship, right? So rather than competing with BRC20, TAP seems to integrate or work alongside it, right? So I think that needs to have a little bit more clarity, right? And then
Yeah.
we can get that from Benny once we talk to him. The new token standard embraces the layout of BRC20 with the aim to supplement it. Okay. So supplement it, work with it, act as a way to kind of help maneuver the value of the BRC20, right? That's what I'm
Yep.
kind of hearing. Then it goes down to the structure of the TAP token. So the first side, the external, we talked about that. So the TAP closely resembles BRC20, letting marketplaces easily connect with their current setups. Okay. Why is this important? This is important for indexing or recognizing, right? I think that's what the biggest thing is, because they're going to want to, have to recognize these TAP tokens and be able to index them. So this could help with that, the external structure of it. Then we go to internal. Users can stake their assets. I spoke about this earlier. So staking, that has been kind of like a long DeFi narrative that has happened, like 2 years ago it started. But people like to stake. Some people like to stake if it makes sense. So you have that option. Then swapping tokens, we're going to get more clarity on that because, like I said, is that peer to peer? Is that like atomic swaps?
Yeah.
And then making a TAP stand out and more features, and then making TAP a standout in the Ordinal space. I feel like this last part is kind of weird. It's like a cheerleader type of statement. Curse tokens. Okay, so this part right here. Man, I don't know, dude, because curse stuff is just. So it says neither TAP nor BRC20 can natively identify curse tokens on their own. Thus, an external process will check for negative inscription numbers via indexers. So I'm gonna ask Benny whenever we get a chance to talk to him. Hey, what's the plan with curse tokens? Right? Is that going to be like a whole new market, or is it going to be like you just adding on to the original supply? You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really matter because the supply is going to be the same because the ticker is the same.
Yeah.
Then it goes into ecosystem and tooling with the tracking protocol on track.network. TAP ensures transparency for developers. It extends the invitation to further explore and integrate through its public endpoint. So this is big. This is where I think Benny's really trying to call to developers and platforms to use his API and the public endpoints, right? Technical specs. Ticker length, we know this. TAP allows 3 and 5 to 32 UTF-16. So basically, you can use 3 or 4 or 5. You can't use 4 because that's taken by BRC20.
Yep.
And all the way up to 32 characters. While BRC20 only allows 4 characters, TAP's way of handling operations from setup to transfers is distinctively different from BRC20. Token operations and bulk transfers. One of TAP's standout features is the token send capability, which facilitates bulk transfers with ease. When the bull market returns, efficiencies like these will prove to be extremely valuable. So airdrops, right?
Yep. We had the first airdrop today, right?
Yep. By the Bitcoin buds.
Yep.
They did an airdrop today. So
they airdropped the buddy token.
Yeah. So it was an easy process. So that's already one innovation, right? That has made it easier. And that's it, right? So like that was a pretty good breakdown, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So shout out to Ordinals Global for that good breakdown there. Go ahead and pull that down. But so what do you think about that?
Yeah, so it's basically this. It's basically he just took the things from the original paper and everything. So I mean, it's stuff that he definitely made it easier to understand, which was nice because there's just so many possibilities now, and we just don't have clear answers. But we're on day 3, and I feel like we are living in a world that every day is a week. So it feels like week 3. So I just think we just gotta calm down a little bit. Me myself, I gotta calm down a little bit. Like I have an addiction right now where I keep going to TRAC and seeing what's minted. Or, you know what I mean? So I just have to. I got to take a step back and kind of like just let it all happen because it's all new. It's all different. And we have to respect that Benny's just one person. He might have a couple people helping him, but it's going to take a lot longer than a 30-person team.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's a smart take. You know, to pull yourself back and try to like control the emotions because it's easy to be excited about this. You know,
Yeah.
we were texting each other or messaging each other today, and yeah, every time like we see something awesome, and we like get really excited about it. But like, I will say this: you could, if you look on my timeline, you can see that on my replies that me and Benny had an exchange today, and I was like, when he announced the Punk tap feature, I was just like, oh wow, this is crazy. It's almost like the NFTs are backing the tokens, like the NFTs are acting as liquidity, right? And he instantly liked my thing, and um, multiple people did because like that is kind of like the idea, right?
Yeah.
And and then he responded with like, do you know what you can put inside of ordinals? And then he put dot dot dot, right? A lot of sats. And so that just blew my mind because I was like, wow, so really now we can reverse engineer what I just said and let a bunch of sats, you know, back the NFT or BRC20.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, there's so many capabilities, and I really love the ordinal space because it brings back a lot of simplicity that could
Yeah.
turn out to be like really innovative for
Yeah.
crypto.
Think about that too. You basically just created a stable coin. You know what I mean? If you put, 1,000 satoshis in there, it's now a stable coin for 1,000 satoshis or 10,000 satoshis, 20,000. So you can create basically stable coins, sticking sats inside and trading these tokens now. You know what I mean? Which kind of it might defeat the purpose, but potentially you might even be able to do that with like a US dollar type stable coin.
Yeah,
So,
I think that yeah, for sure. Like, there's a lot of
yeah,
lot
possibilities.
lot of building and innovation happening, and we just got to kind of let the builders build,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
we try to break it down because
I'm jumping the gun a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're a bunch of smart people. And we definitely like that's the thing with us, like we just want
Yeah.
to break it down as easy as we can for the
Just
audience.
it's stuff that we think about and we just try to bring it to you guys. So, all right.
100%.
Well, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break down inscribing a tap token.
Yes.
All right. So I will share my screen. I'm gonna let you walk me through this.
Okay.
So first thing you want to come over to luxordinal.com. I will have this in the description below. You will come over here and you'll put your receiving address in,
Yep.
and then you want to walk me through it.
Yeah, and then you want to select the text option there, and then you want to grab the there you nope, you want to grab the token mint tap
Yeah.
function.
So we have this
Should be in the
really
messages.
quickly. Yeah, it's in my messages, but don't want to show them. But yeah. All right. Let's bring that back. Sorry about that.
You're
All right,
good.
so we're back on Looks Ordinal. So we have those, and I'll actually have this in the show notes as well. This is going to be your easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you probably you want to change the ticker?
Yeah. We're
Okay,
gonna
so
put
let me find
Benny.
one for you. Yeah, Benny, and then you probably need to change that number amount to 21 because you can only do 21.
And you can see all this by going to if you go to TRAC and then hit the tap, you want to come down here and you can see latest minutes, and then you'll see everything. Right now, everyone's kind of doing the punk thing. So you might want to look into that if you're interested. But we kind of want to go down to see a token. So we'll just keep scrolling until we find Benny. I know I saw it earlier. It's down here somewhere. So, a lot of punks have been really going, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
There's 10,000 of them normally, right?
Yeah. So I mean, people are definitely inscribing those out.
Yeah, there has to be close to 10,000. There it is.
There's Benny
Go
right
down
there.
to Benny. So you'll see the mint 21. Someone just minted 21 of them. There's 183 100,000 left. 1,000 left. And yeah, so you'll just basically it's 21 and that'll take away from that number. So we'll go back over to Looks Ordinal.
Yeah.
21, right?
Yep.
All right,
Everything's good there. And then you can repeat it as many times as you like. But you just want to do one or whatever
I'll
you
just do
want.
one for now.
Okay, and then pick your speed. Wow, gas is a little bit higher right now, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot higher. I'll
Yeah.
stick with 23.
and then you can hit inscribe.
But we have to pay the developer fee, right? But if I hit inscribe, it tells me how much.
Yeah, exactly. So then you just
500.
hit okay. It'll pre-populate that. So 15 cents, and you just hit inscribe. And then from here, what you want to do is copy that address because you got to pay. Yeah. So this is really kind of like a manual route, right? And then you go to your Unisat wallet, and then you'll send this amount to that address, and then go ahead and type the amount exactly in BTC what you see up there.
0.00006651, and then next,
and then sign and pay.
Sign and pay.
And what you definitely don't want to close that window because you need that window to keep staying open until it's confirmed you got the payment. Because if you close it, then it won't go through.
So with this window right here, you're talking about, right? The looksordinal.com.
Yep. There you go. So actually, no, don't close this window. Just leave this until it starts to process the inscriptions.
And if I did leave, potential failure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I would just still leave that open until you confirm that it's in your thing. So now you just kind of sit and wait, and you go to the track, or you can see, if you're confirmed or not in your mempool and all that stuff. And
yeah, man. All right, so we just inscribed the Benny token on
simple as that
protocol.
Simple as that.
Yeah, man. All right, let's jump into our market update for today. Do you have anything? And before we move, do you have anything else about to talk about this, or?
Well, I mean, I just want to say, there's a lot of excitement right now going on in the space, and a lot of competition. Which is great. It's great. But also, I hope that people are working together too, when they can, right? Like, I know Oshi had a Spaces today, trying to explain the boss system. Bob, and
we don't need Bob anymore. We got that.
Yeah. And they were talking. They were having good conversation in there, And I think, hey, that's great for them to do that. It's great for TRAC to do this. It's great for Sonic to do Orc Cash. It's great for all these Orpo. Like, this is what we need, because this is what's going to lead to having the solution.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I'm more confident than I've ever been in the space that we're right there, dude. Think about it. Like, we got 4, probably 5 Unisat, just like all these major players that are really diving in. So it's exciting, man. But
you can't forget about the $5 million experts got. You know what I mean? What's stopping them from creating their own Unisat,
I mean, I know that they are working with some layer 2 stuff, and I think that the layer 2 stuff isn't as ugly as we think it is. But we can use that afterwards, right? Like, after there's that solution on the ordinal layer, I think there'll be a need for layer 2 stuff. And I think ICP is going to come in and do some great stuff for because once you get the ordinal base layer, being able to swap and stuff, liquidity, those things can, help facilitate things.
100%.
And, so.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen. All right. So let's get into the BRC20 weekly market update. Let me refresh this, though. Make sure it's up to date here. All right. Number 1. Are you shocked?
No, not at all, man. I'm very happy about this. I am a holder of TRAC. I've been a holder of TRAC for a few months now. So just all clarity.
Yeah. TRAC is something that I definitely put into my don't touch wallet for me specifically, but not financial advice. So number 1, man, 18% up today, 18.8%, which is good because they were up yesterday from the day before. So we're looking at probably 53 cents now. So yeah, they're just kind of on this little run right now. Not little, pretty big. And all the excitement's there, right? So I'm just excited to see them continually build, and they earned this. I mean, there's some people that don't like TRAC, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and whatever you feel like you found out and all this stuff. That's fine. Like, but one thing you cannot deny about the guy and his team or whoever he's working with is they are the most active builders in the BRC20 space, hands down. I mean,
100%.
there's not, there's other builders that are great. There's other builders that are great, and they're building too. But active, I just don't think anybody is touching him right now. So then our old buddy Sats is still in this top 3. That they are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is one that I think once we get to that 80%, people are going to start getting nervous and being like, man, I need to get some. I don't want to miss out, whether it's secondary market or minting, because I'll tell you what, once that mints out, that secondary market's taken off. Secondary market's taken off. Then you got BTCS. Yeah.
Up 140%.
Yeah, up 140% at 60 sats, 2 cents. So we'll keep watching that. Oh, she's number 4, up 7.44%, 1359. So, compared to the all-time high, which is 1900, still kind of, down, but still 1300 is solid.
Yeah. But that happens a lot, though. Tokens shoot up way too high. People get way too excited, and then they have to fall back down to kind of catch themselves. So I'm not the biggest fan of Boss and Oshi, but to say the least. But I do respect that they are a player in this game and that they are, they're building something and they're causing excitement. So
100%. 100%. And I think you have to take that stance, right? Like you can not agree with certain things and all that stuff, but like if they're still here and attempting, right, then give them their credit. Sure. OXBT up 41%. I'm glad to see this, even though they're at 68 sats. Being up 40%, 41% is good. We're sitting at 2 cents here.
I actually sold a pretty big bag of this week. I was just done with it, and now I saw that TRAC, what they're doing over there, I kind of wanted to have some dry powder on the sideline. So I am I still have a small bag of OXBT, but I'm definitely not really feeling it right now. I'm kind of like, my excitement for it is dead, to say the least. Like I said, I do hold a small bag of it, but I'm just not excited for it anymore, especially with the new tap protocol.
Yeah. I still have this weird feeling in the back of my mind that once like the ordinal space like has its like full on bull run, like everybody just realized that they should have came over here a long time ago and all that shit, that OXBT is going to be one of the ones that takes off, but it's going to be a while for that.
I agree.
Council CNCL, they are sitting at $220. They're up. Not up. They're 0.48%.
Flat. Real quick, the council's been really quiet, like extremely quiet. Like, I entered the Discord, I tried to make some noise, and I went in there and I said, I was like, it's really quiet in here. Something about to pop, and then Zamster hit me with something's gonna pop real soon. So, yeah,
dang, you kept that. You even kept that alpha from me.
Yeah, I know, it was one of those things where it just popped when we were talking about CNCL. It just popped in my head that it happened. And I always go in different Discords and different telegrams, and I write something, and I don't usually get replies, but when I do, it definitely got me excited. I don't know what's going on or what it is, and we're kind of left in the dark too, just like everyone else. So we don't really even know what's going on, even though we have a relationship with those guys, but just a media relationship really. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see what that is, because whenever they're gonna drop something, it's gonna be popping bottles, hopefully.
And he could have been just messing around just like I was. So who knows?
Yeah. And then you got Ordi up 5.56%, sitting at $6. No, $5.69. Okay. So still kind of in that same range there. Grum, I feel like it stays at like 0.08 sats forever, right? I feel like it doesn't change. Maybe
the more and more I see it, the more and more I want to buy some. Like, I want some Grumpy Cat, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it definitely being like a big meme whenever things take off. You got the tap token. So this is not related to tap. This is something that somebody was just trying to take advantage of, I believe. unless there's another project there, just please let me know in the comments if
Just
that's
another
the case.
meme. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I dug deep into this. It's just someone made just to
Gotcha.
kind of probably make a few bucks.
Gotcha. Yari, this is the token, bridge token, I believe, or one of the tokens with the Oshi team, up 14.29%, sitting at $117. HSAC down 3.23%. Orem up 7.14%. LK99, this is kind of a meme. It's down 16.67%. VMPX had a little bit of a jump. They're at 5 cents. Oh, okay.
I was actually been in spaces with Jack today, and he said that so he's not directly working on the bridge anymore. His partners at Libre are working on the bridge because Libre
Cool.
already has a bridge, but they're helping Jack with this part of it. And he said the VMPX and the B VMPX is the one we're looking at right now. He said that they should have a test net really soon and have something to show us really soon. So someone asked him the question in there and said, when is the thing? And he was very, very open about it. He didn't give no dev answers. He was directly, and he said it'll be soon. So the VMPX testnet bridge will be live pretty soon, according to Jack in the spaces today.
Interesting. Yeah, so someone bought 2,000 of them for 231 sats each.
Yeah,
but you can still get some for 175 if you buy a little bit more. So I mean, there's still some good deals there. MXRC sitting at 10 sats, up 5%. X token, wow, it's down kind of a lot, down 8% at 29 sats. Zbit down 3.67%. ETHs down or up 44%. Supposed to be about that ETH subscriptions thing. Orpo, Orpo's been pretty healthy the past week. It's been ranging between 390 and 4. I think got to 490 maybe almost. I think it's down 10%. But they actually announced that they've been working on a bridge too. They came out on their.
Did they announce it?
Yeah, they announced it in a. They didn't say bridge exactly, but it was basically the mechanics of that. So they're definitely building a lot. Dozy down 1.12%. Texo, man, I always see them in here, and they're the ones that did that airdrop and stuff. But Recursive is even, sitting at 170 sats, and I like what they're doing. They have a lot of cool stuff on their website to be able to build some recursive art and stuff like that. And then you have the Benny token. Go ahead.
Recursive, that's the same guys that we're potentially having on.
Yeah. No, okay. So to our audience, you're going to hear from them very soon. So I think these guys, I think they're located in Singapore, but they're really talented. They actually made this badass video. I think I sent it to you. It was like the history of Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see right here, So I'll pull it up later, but yeah. So Recursive had made this awesome video. It was like the history of crypto, actually, but focused on Bitcoin a lot. You can see it on their Twitter. And then you have Benny. They're even right now. So sitting at 49,000 sats and 1471. And that is your BRC20 weekly market update.
All right. And I'll move it right along to the our friends over at Magiceden, who have the best ordinal platform, in my opinion. We got Ordinal Maxibiz sitting at 0.22. These guys have been number one now for, I want to say, about 8 to 10 weeks, right?
Yeah,
since they launched. So
yeah, they've been consistent.
And we got the Frog sitting at 0.0209, basically 0.021. They are up a lot. I saw these guys down at 0.017 earlier this week. And then we have bitmaps. So the game changed over the last couple of days. We had some Bitoshi stuff going on. Bitoshi created the coin, and the Black Runners talked about this as well. He created, or something. He didn't create a coin. He created tits or whatever it is. It's supposed to be a dot bidder or something. It was stupid. It was dumb.
We could have done without that.
Yeah, Blakamoto was really not helping his reputation. I really felt like he was unintentionally like robbing himself because he was on top of the world. I want to say right before the parcel information came out. Like I was glued to his Twitter, and I respect him a lot, so I won't really say anything. But this past week and his past actions on Twitter, because we all have to remember, like, you know, it is Twitter's, it is fun, but we're kind of looked at him as the bitmap guy, right? He was like, yeah, obviously bitmaps is decentralized in my opinion. Obviously, people want to argue that, but that's okay. And he was, you know, the one of the first persons to talk about it and stuff like that. So I felt really like it was something that like we talked about before. Where it was just like, hey, maybe this guy should like take a step back. And this week it was like, yeah, maybe it's time for him to take a step back.
Yeah, I think maybe his inner circle or somebody close to him just told him, hey, you know, I don't know. This is just me speculating, but
Yeah,
I think also we gotta remember, like, we're all human too, right? And
yeah,
and I think it's easy to feel like allow your emotions to get the best at you at times. I know for me, it happens,
yeah,
from time to time, and for someone that helped develop this amazing framework system and maybe not really feel like they were appreciated enough or something, you know what I mean? And I don't think that was the case, like,
yeah,
literally, but like, who am I to tell him how to feel, you know what I mean?
yeah. It's
And I
true.
think that but kudos to him for you know eventually picking himself up and then catching himself, and then um you know yeah, I would joke around with you about it, and I was like, I think he should just ride out in the sunset like
Yeah. Yep.
Satoshi, and then spawn up as like another account, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Not
Yep.
tell anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like but like in his mind, like all he had was his name at that point, right? I mean, like, he
Yeah.
probably has some crazy bitmaps and stuff. Who knows what he has? But yeah, so I try to think about, like, okay, what's going through that guy's mind? You know what I mean? Like, what's
Yeah.
going through his
For
mind? But
sure.
I completely understand the community's frustration,
Yeah.
though, 100%.
Yeah, but I definitely, you know, I'm loyalty. I have loyalty to him before for what he's built, and I really like bitmaps. So it's like one of those things where it's like I'm gonna give him the second, third, fourth chance that he deserves. So that's just my opinion. And
For sure.
so there was a new thing that dropped this weekend too. It was, we can now sweep, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's some big news. Um, I feel like the sweep function came a bit late though, because imagine if we had it whenever bitmap was like super hot. Like,
Yep,
bitmap could have got like really high.
yep. It
but
really could have,
but it's here now, and we have some good times ahead of us too. So, like, it could still be very, very effective.
for sure. Let's check out the 9 club. So to be a part of the 9 club, you need you're not able to. So yeah, to be a part of the 99 club, you will need 0.15 Bitcoin. To be a part of the 3 number inscription club, you will need about 0.25 Bitcoin. To be a part of the 10K club, you will need about 0.0034 Bitcoin. And to be a part of the 100K club, you will need about 0.000339 Bitcoin. So it's about double floor for at 100K.
Yeah.
Back to Magic Eden.
I want to say one thing about bitmap.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that once those tools come into like open market, right? Like inscribe.space and stuff like that,
Yeah,
people are going to start building badass stuff. That is going to help the bitmap market, in my opinion, because people are going to want to make badass like little parcel spaces and stuff. So that's just my 2 cents. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
I agree. I actually agree with you. I do think that the best is yet to come with bitmaps. I think the builders are building, and when things are ready, might be some really cool things going on, and I'm excited.
For
But
sure.
anyway, so we'll got the Bitcoin Punk sitting at 0.0259, and we got Seize Control back in the top 5 at 0.128. These guys kind of fell off a little bit there, and now are back with the momentum. Because these guys were like 1 or 2 when they first dropped. They were up here for a while. So, and we got Bitmap, the Bit Apes by Board 8 Yacht Club members sitting at 0.004. Okay, so we got ORC Cash, which is we just had him on the show. It was an amazing show. We could definitely have to do a follow-up interview because we ran out of time with him. So definitely get him back on. But they're sitting at 0.00185. This wing all the way down to about 0.0010. And now it's up about, I want to say almost 80%.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no, they've done a good job, man, because that dropped down to like 0.0011.
yeah.
And then I feel like Sonic's doing a really good job with Orc Cash with the Chinese community.
Yep.
And there's certain people that are fans of it, like Bob Bodily.
Yep.
He's a developer. He works on layer 2 stuff, but he's huge on ordinals. He loves ordinals. And that is he's bullish on Orc Cash. He likes it. So,
Yeah.
Smart guy, and he likes it. So I think that, we'll see what happens with Orc Cash.
For sure. The Bitcoin Bandit sitting at 0.1. Ordinal eggs by the Meta Trace. This is actually something brand new. It just popped on my radar. It's sitting at 0.0024. Wow, this thing really got beat up today, didn't it? Because I think it was at 0.003.
Dude, I freaked out just now because I saw Ordinal eggs and it says 0.119. I was like, bro, you just made so much money on a free mint.
No.
This is Ordinal's eggs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would have been nuts. I didn't know that. But so I did the free mint this week. I think I got a snake or something, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna hold it since it was free. But I just paid the inscription fee and it was done. It was a really cool project by those guys. And we got X Girl Venus. This is something new to me, sitting at 0.003. Mocha Gua. This is different.
What?
How do you say that? How do you say that?
I don't know.
Mokaguo, right?
Probably, but it just sounds Mokugyo. Mokugyo. I think it's like a Japanese name. Mokugyo or something like that. Anyways,
if somebody can help us out, put in the comments how do you say this, that would be nice. And we got Oblivion by Nullish. Nullish is an amazing, does amazing art. He has like 3 or 4 projects up here. I'm really impressed by this type of stuff. It's really cool. So
yeah. Nice.
So and that is your Magic Eating update.
Nice. I want to give a shout out to the who is it? Santiago, I believe. Yeah. Let me give him a shout out a little bit because he did.
Well, just tell that story because that was a pretty cool story.
Yeah. So I mean, just got a message from Santiago. You can search him up also on Twitter. He has a frog. He's a part of the frog community. Anyways, just hit me up on Twitter and ask me, what my ordinal address was, and he dropped me a Bitcoin bud. So I wanted to give him a shout out. This is the guy. This is my bud. Shout out to Santiago. I appreciate it. Yeah, I picked the one with green eyes because this was like a trait that seemed like it sticks out. Yeah,
it's definitely cool. It kind of looks like you there, bud.
Except for the green eyes.
Yeah, you have green eyes. Yeah. And the overalls. Yeah. I haven't seen you in any overalls yet.
Shout out to Santiago for that. Appreciate it. One thing I wanted to go over was this, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah. Whoa. This is our pal IMSO Chris.
What? You see that?
Whoa. Magiceden is now in the Bitmap Valley. That is beast. That's incredible. Great job, Chris. Great job, IMSO team. Wow, man.
Yeah. So he says use at Magiceden to create a virtual gallery that doubles as usable exchange. Man, this is what I'm talking about on Ordinals, bro. And I'm sure that they have some crazy stuff on other chains, but what we're seeing, all this collaborative, Magiceden probably had to sign off on that. And they were like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Branding, you know what I'm saying? And so shout out to I'm So Chris. Great work as always. And excited to see what BTC Rastas have too. We had Shawnee Bitcoins, MF.sats and JK.sats on, and they're a great team, So excited to see what they got going, man. What's going to happen with them, because they're in Bitmap Valley and they're talking about concerts and everybody's talking about all these things. And I've been in like a metaverse on Chronos before, but it was completely like one project and people were excited about it. This is different. This is like multiple projects and multiple like personalities that are growing stronger in the space, wanting to have a presence. You know what I'm saying? And that means that they're going to push for innovation because they want this stuff to happen.
I agree.
So,
well, I think this was a great market update. If you liked it like I did, please hit the like button. Hey, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell because we do put out videos very randomly. Like today's episode was put out on a Thursday when it's normally put out on a Wednesday, but that was my fault. Came home yesterday and realized my internet was out. And then we struggled to do some things. I had to run to my sister's house. So I got the interview out for you guys yesterday with the rosters because I had to make some moves. But
hey, man,
definitely,
as long as we get the work
got
done, right? And that's what happened. So, and for everybody else in the Ordinal space, get excited because I'm telling you, like Shizzy and I, we're seeing, we get that inside view and we see a lot of stuff being built and a lot of people excited. Not financial advice, but get ready. Get your popcorn ready.
And go Benny, go.
Go Benny, go.
See you guys.
Peace.